This is Brad Marchand, and you're listening to Breaking the Ice with Josh Dolan. I don't think he would ever let a pizza get out the door before he buried the whole thing, so he likes to eat that kid.
All right, it is Breaking the Ice, and hold on, did you get peanut butter? Yes, I got peanut butter. Okay, so obviously things are getting weird. Since the last time we spoke to you, I think the only thing they had canceled was the St. Patrick's Day Parade, but since then it's been the marathon, and life has been canceled since the last time we put out the podcast with Mistress Carrie, and it was still kind of like... not that big of a deal. It was still like just annoying then, but now it's more of a headache or a migraine. And usually around now is just, a week-long party in Massachusetts, pub crawls. Actually, they still did some pub crawls, and now that's why even stricter measure... I can't talk. My brain is all jumbled from all this, and I'm watching the news ticker. I should actually just turn the TV off right now while I'm talking. But yeah, so normally we're having St. Patrick's Day stuff in the city of Boston, and that includes Dropkick Murphys, and that all got canceled. But the Dropkick Murphys also put out an announcement that tomorrow they will be doing a free live stream. So, if anything good has come from this, it's that we all get to go to the Dropkick Murphys for free. And we don't even have to leave the house. It is going to be a little harder to crowd surf, but not that I would do that anyway. But, yeah, so, if anything good has come from this, it's that we still have social media. I'm all over the place right now with my ADD, but I reached out to my buddy Ken Casey, who is the lead singer of the Dropkick Murphys, and just wanted to have him check in with you guys because, the podcast has been doing amazing. Thank you to everybody that's been listening and reaching out and downloading it and been giving us ratings on iTunes. And it's just, the WAF fans really are some of the most loyal, passionate fans. As soon as we went off the air, I think I'm the only one that had a podcast already like going and set up. And I was just telling everyone, like, listen, we're going to be hanging out over there until either Mistress Carrie gets a podcast, but then we'll all be on each other's podcast. That's how, that whole area works. Is there's no the more of us that become successful in podcasting, it can only help everybody else. And then there's more content for you guys. But right now, there's Breaking the Ice, and everybody's been loving it and sharing it. And thank you for doing that and for all the feedback. And I think I've rambled on long enough. I'm just not good at talking by myself. I don't. If you guys are still listening to this, then thank you, because I don't even want to listen to me talk right now. So if you're listening to me talk right now, thank you. And I'm just gonna put it to the phone call that we do with Ken Casey, and he wants to talk to you guys. And I know a lot of WAF listeners have been jumping on this, so I'm gonna wait for the call from Ken Casey of the Dropkick Murphys, and we're gonna talk about the Dropkick Murphys concert tomorrow. All right, can you hear me, Ken?
I can.
All right, cool. So you stocked up on toilet paper right now?
Sorry, I was just swallowing. I am fully stocked. If you need some, I got some for sale. No, I'm kidding.
All right, cool.
It's crazy.
I know. This is just getting weirder and weirder, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's unprecedented, and obviously people are, acting off of fear, and, I guess I can't say that I blame them in some instances, depending on how many little ones you get at home or whatever, but, especially when you can't necessarily trust what the guy that's supposed to be in charge is telling you. But anyway, let's not get into politics.
But I mean, it's just like people are panicking because other people are panicking, and it's like things are being sold quicker than they're being made, and then next thing you know, St. Patrick's Day is closed. Well, the whole world's closed, basically.
Yeah.
But
I knew I should in the past on that chance to get in on the hand sanitizer business back a couple of years ago, but
oh, I know, right?
That's a joke.
So, I mean, a few weeks ago, WAF went off the air, and I know that we weren't able to talk to you because I think you were in London or something shooting a music video. But
right.
I mean, how crazy is that too? That WAF is gone now.
Times they are changing. That should have been our first signal that something was on the horizon.
Yeah.
But I think that the sign was on the wall for radio a little bit, because technology's changed, and but staples are still staples, whether it's the radio station you've listened to for 50 years or a restaurant that was in your neighborhood for generations that may be gone now, and but like the world is definitely a change in place, and there's a lot of bad to that, but I suppose there's also a lot of good. Like someone can be listening to me and you having two nitwits like us having a conversation, and now be able to listen, across the world. You know what I mean? So there's definitely been a give and take to that, and technology has made some things far more possible and some things far worse. So it depends on. I don't think there's one person, even the guy that most says, I hate the way it is today, I'm sure they're enjoying the luxury of, something in their life that's...
Yeah, the people that are saying that are also saying that on Facebook, which they spend most of the day on anyway.
Exactly.
But yeah, like I was saying when AF went off the air, I was like, thank God there's still podcasts, because people have been jumping onto this podcast like a lifeboat. And, I mean, tons and tons of AF listeners have moved over here, and it's just so cool that, like, all the radio personalities, we've been able to still talk to the listeners and the fans, and then something like this where, like, concerts and sporting events are getting canceled, and you guys are going to be doing a live stream of your St. Patrick's Day concert, right?
Yeah. I mean, and there's technology at its finest there, obviously. The world has dealt us a lousy, strange hand at the moment, but, at least we have this, and it's something we've actually thought about doing for years anyway, because, obviously, there's a lot of people that always say, I wish I could come to Boston on St. Patrick's Day and see you guys play, and it's like, well, maybe we've always talked about live streaming it.
Yeah.
But, we didn't envision this would be in the way it would come around to finally happening. But, ironically, we had the first of our shows was supposed to be Friday, and the show was going to be in the round, so that the stage was in the middle and people were on all sides of us. And with that came the need to kind of rehearse, the fact that we're going to be all playing, not facing each other, and, so we had gone to this kind of sound stage place that has like, big area for stage, and it has all the sound and audio and video equipment in there. And I was just like kind of amazed by how cool this place was and all the technology they had. We had done a few rehearsals early last week for the shows there. And so it just kind of popped into our mind of like, wow, that place we could probably do a concert easily in there, because they got, like I said, cameras dialed into the ceilings and everywhere,
Oh, nice.
And all the audio stuff. So, honestly, had we not rehearsed there last week, I might have just thought it was like too overwhelming a thing, because like, hey, we are supposed to be social distancing. Like, we don't want to go do some live stream that's going to require 40 people to come in and load into a venue and bring in all this gear. So here it's like everything's there. So it's like the band's going in with like I think 3 or 4 of our employees that work with us, and just like set it up and go. And it's a full show, like lights, got a video wall behind us. It's gonna
awesome.
have some production. Yeah, it'll have some production to it. It's not going to be just like our buddy holding a iPhone on us, as we play in the practice space. So
yeah, because
I
was going to say, like, is it still at the venue, but it's going to be at the place where you guys were rehearsing, and it doesn't require that many people coming in to help out?
Correct. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's shut down. No, we're not letting any family, friends. We're not even telling anyone where it is because a couple of people have been asking me, hey, buddies and stuff. Hey, what's up? What's up, guys?
And they'll show up.
I'm like, no. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, dude, we're supposed to be on lockdown. You're not an exception to that rule. So we're just doing it bare bones,
Oh, cool.
I mean, the production won't be bare bones, but that's all already in-house anyway,
Yeah. So, and, like, along with the things that were getting canceled, were you guys were doing the boxing again this year, right? Where you were doing the boxing event and then the acoustic?
Yeah, that got canceled as well. That I can't do behind closed doors because the bank can elect to do something for free and not pay, but I can't ask a bunch of boxers to punch each other in the face.
Yeah, that's
free,
not really distancing.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not social distance.
Well, maybe you could have them Skype and just argue it out, and
I like that. That's actually, if you've ever watched any of the stuff on like the bare knuckle boxers in Ireland, the travel and
oh yeah,
and they make the YouTube videos calling each other out, and the videos are better than the fights half the time. So yeah.
I know Conor McGregor can talk. I mean, that's part of the fight game. Is just
Absolutely.
And then that way you can cross some weight classes too.
I kind of wish there was like bands did that stuff. You know what I mean? You could get into that. I actually did that one time with Oasis. And I was huge. This is at the height of their popularity, and we were on tour in Japan. And the way we were doing a festival together, and the way they handle the press stuff in Japan, it's not like you have individual interviews set up throughout the day. They take each band in like it's a full press conference. And,
yeah.
All the press is there, and it's Dropkick Murphys coming in at this time, Oasis coming in at this time. And at the time, like, Oasis was like always bullying the bands in their genre, because they're all like these stoner kind of wimpy guys.
Yeah.
And Oasis would always be playing like they were these hard Manchester guys. Now, keep in mind, I'm a huge fan of the band, but
yeah.
I didn't really like how Liam Gallagher was that like a tough guy, so I was just half jet lagged, and so it comes to our time with the press, and I go into like full on like professional wrestler thing. I'm like, let me tell you something, Oasis, I'm coming to you, and my bandmates are like, what are you doing, right? And it's like, hey, they can't even practically understand me anyway. When you're trying to make like a serious point in Japan, like you better off flipping the table, and So after all this trash talking, later in the day, I'm in the bathroom at the urinal, and Noel Gallagher comes in, and I didn't even know it was him. I just hear this at the urinal beside me. How's it going, mate? And I turn around, I look over, and he's like, how's it going? Just together as we're washing our hands, we're having a conversation. When we walk out down the hall past the dressing rooms, having a nice conversation, my bandmates were all like, what? You said you were going to beat them up. I said I was going to beat up Liam Gallagher, right? I like Noel Gallagher. Anyway, but
well, he probably wanted to beat him up too. So
yeah, well, very, very much so. He probably would have run past me to hit him. So.
Right. And I mean, even if you say something nice to is it Liam Gallagher? I think that Dave Grohl said that he wanted to see Oasis get back together. He said something nice, and he was still like, "Well, tell the drummer of Nirvana that he can suck my dick." So.
yeah, he's a douche. We actually went to see Liam Gallagher in Hamburg, Germany, on a day off last month on our tour over there. He came in. He was playing the same venue we were the night after, and he come out. He played open with an Oasis song, and did one of his new songs, and then started the third song and stopped it and said. And keep in mind, this was the rescheduled date from one he already canceled because his voice was bad. And he says, I'm not feeling it tonight. The voice isn't working. I'll give it one more go. And I'm like, what do you mean I'll give it one more go? And he tried to sing the song again, and he just walked off.
Forget it.
And I had been sitting in kind of like the VIP section, so a lot of it was some people that were promoters and that knew, we were playing the next night, and they stood up and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, there'll be a real band here tomorrow night. See you later." And walked off.
And that was a month ago when you were on tour?
Yeah.
Was that with Frank Turner? And
that was a European tour, Frank. Yeah.
oh yeah, I just saw his punk band Mongol Horde. Those guys are heavy.
Yeah. He's so not to diss Frank, but he's over there still playing shows in England. If you look on his
isn't like England trying to spread the coronavirus like on purpose, like thinking it'll help the immune system?
I think one guy suggested that. The rest of the people weren't having it. But if you look in the comments on Frank's page, people aren't having it either. They're like, "You need to stop. It's not your decision. You're affecting others." And I was like, "Wow, I never obviously didn't have the conversation about it, but this stuff was just starting to get serious when we were
Yeah.
there. Italy shut down about a week after we left, and we were like, none of us had symptoms, but we were like, Jesus Christ, I hope. So, it's amazing how quick the world changed. We played a concert in the morning, a week later they were on the lockdown,
Yeah, and then yesterday France and Spain just locked down, and then even like some of our family up in New Hampshire, they're like a week behind us. They're like, "Oh, stop it. Nothing's going to shut down." I'm like, "No, it's going to shut down. Like, we have nothing in our grocery stores right now." They're like, "It'll be fine." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, I mean, it's New Hampshire, They don't
Yeah.
they don't necessarily think so well, so but then they didn't go out and just like kill a deer in the backyard.
Exactly. They're like, "There's 4 cases up here." I'm like, well, that's like half your state, guys. Like, all right, so I mean, at least the Dropkick Murphys are healthy. You guys are doing the concert tomorrow on St. Patrick's Day, live streaming, and where can people find that?
That'll be on, all our socials, Dropkick Murphys Facebook, I think Dropkick Murphys Twitter, Dropkick Murphys Twitch. I didn't even know we had a Twitch or even what that is.
I don't know what it is either.
Basically, I think it's some gamer thing. If you go to basically dropkickmurphys.com, all the different links will be posted on the top of the page, but it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, and so it's, what else you get to do, everybody?
I know, right?
Hopefully we can, stop people from watching the news for,
Yeah, I know. Just take their mind off of that. Listen to podcasts and watch the live stream tomorrow. And also tomorrow,
Exactly.
St. Patrick's Day is me and my wife's 2nd-year wedding anniversary, and our first song was Forever. So if I could request that one, I'd like to throw that one in there.
All right, we'll definitely. We haven't played that one in a while, so we'll have to see if we can get some time to dust it off. But you're the second person to request that today, so.
Oh, perfect. All right, 2 votes.
We'll give it a shot.
All right, well, wipe down all the guitars and drumsticks and microphones and stay safe. And hopefully we'll see you live at the concert soon. And thanks for calling, man.
God bless, man. It's good to finally be on. Thank you.
All right, see you soon, man.
All right, bye-bye.